Okay, so I've been thinking about quite a lot about the way I can combine a number of things that I'm interested um, in a way that's quite efficient, um, in terms of kind of, yeah, being productive in different ways that things I'd like to do or things I'd like to try. I have a very busy life, so yeah, I'm thinking that it would be useful, rather than feeling that I need to make choices between things in terms of my priorities. If there's a way somehow of combining different things that I want to do that makes them more possible, I'd like to try that. And one of the things I've been thinking about for a while is YouTube, and having a YouTube channel. And there's lots of, over the years, I've thought of lots of different kinds of YouTube channels I'd quite like to do. The fact that the tutorials that I put on the fractal stuff actually made me quite, encouraged that there is an interest in tutorial type YouTube channels. Of course, I should have known this, but it became a question of, well, what kinds of tutorials can I do? And actually, there's a million things, and the question becomes, well, do you want to do it before? The question becomes, do you want to create a channel that someone else is doing and try and do better? What are you trying? How can you compete with a million YouTube channels about how to use Microsoft Word? And it's kind of, I think it would be quite an interesting thing to do, because presumably the thing that distinguishes different YouTube channels is the quality of the presentation, the kind of the ease of access in various ways. The fractal stuff is good, except that I'm still using a really old version of the software, and I'm not really in the space where I want to create I want to learn to use the latest version of Mandelbulber. I've given it a couple of goes. What I realise is it will be an investment of time, and it's the time that I don't have, so that's not really an option right now. But there's some stuff I'm doing which maybe will work, and it's primarily around AI, the AI ChatGPT stuff. Obviously, it's this been of interest to me for a long time. So, and the arrival of ChatGPT last year I think is massive. I think it's going to be incredibly transformative, and people are going to need to learn to use it and learn to adjust to it and work with it. And I've had some really interesting experiences using ChatGPT, which I think I'm going to share and start sharing. And the thing that really connected with the work, with the creative side of what I'd like to do, the fact that I've been having a bit of a renaissance in terms of the fractals at the moment, is actually really encouraging. Maybe I won't go into right now the exact thing that triggered my thinking on this, but I will definitely come back to it. But the long shot is, I think that there's a way I can combine the fractal output and in the process create a YouTube channel. And I think one of the things that's most important is that it doesn't take very much time. So I need to be able to produce a video really quickly, and get it online quickly, without it feeling like I'm having to do a little mini project every time I produce a YouTube video. So I want to develop a style where I can bit like this one, where I can discuss what I'm doing in a format that is useful to other people, and you know, whether that's tutorials or just kind of walkthroughs of my thinking. So I'm going to call it, I think I'm going to call it Adventures in AI, but I'm going to play around with that as well, keep that in mind. But yeah, this is going to be the first video in the series. I'm actually making it from Bristol at the end of a weekend, which was a really lovely weekend. I'm at the bus station, and I'm going to give you a little view around so you can see where I am. Doesn't look much like a bus station, but there's a little park out the back. It's quite a good place to sit when you're waiting. But yes, so this is my first YouTube video, and let's see how it goes from here.